powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, VON Radio, from the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis.
From the VON Newsline, this is the VON Major Newscast.
Good evening. Today is Friday, the 16th day of November 2018. I'm Marcellus Lee in with the VON's Major News Package. In our lead stories nationally, government auxiliary employees to receive holiday pay in December, and new legislation give Nevis's Investment Promotion Agency greater autonomy. Regionally, agricultural sector critical to the region, so says Barbados' Prime Minister. Internationally, a ceremony held for the murdered Saudi journalist. And in sports, WADA has betrayed clean athletes, so says WADA chief investigator. We'll have the details of these and other stories after this message.
Another look.
Different from how you've seen it before.
Another look.
Takes an in-depth look into business, politics, science, technology, religion, and more.
Another look.
Featuring documentaries from the BBC, regional features, and local ones too.
Another look.
Every Monday at 3 p.m. on the Eastern Caribbean's powerhouse, VON.
Welcome back, and now for the news in detail. More than 1,200 government auxiliary employees will receive holiday pay in December. That announcement was made by Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, during his November 14th press conference at government headquarters. Government auxiliary employees, formerly known as non-established workers, used to receive a payment called honorarium, which was paid at 2% of their accumulated salary per year. That payment was stopped in 2008 under the previous administration, with the understanding that the 2% would instead go to the pension account, which was never created. Prime Minister Harris said his government had promised that if the necessary work to to reinstate the payments owed to the employees was not completed by September 2018, his administration would restore the holiday pay to these workers. To resolve the matter, the government activated a pension committee in 2017, tasked it with devising a pension plan to benefit these workers who were not entitled to a pension upon leaving government work. That committee has since presented several findings to the cabinet. The Nevis Investment Promotion Agency, NEPA, now has the necessary tools to attract investors and investment to Nevis. So says Premier and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Mark Brantley. His comments came following the passage of the Nevis Investment Promotion Agency Amendment Bill 2018 in the Nevis Island Assembly on Thursday, 15th November. The new legislation replaces the Nevis Investment Promotion Agency Ordinance Chapter 612N. Under the revised legislation, the agency will now be headed by a Chief Executive Officer. NEPA will now consist of 3 functioning arms responsible for specific areas: the Nevis financial services sector, to promote Nevis as an attractive destination for investment and to facilitate investment development applications. The new legislation also changes the management structure of the agency. Instead of the chairperson of the management team being a member of cabinet, the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Finance or a financial advisor in the ministry will now hold that position. A representative with knowledge and expertise in finance, economics, or a related field shall be nominated to serve on the team by the Minister of Finance, and also one representative with knowledge and expertise in planning and development will be nominated by the Minister of Physical Planning. The private sector will be represented by 2 persons, one with expertise in business development and the other in financial services. The Minister of Finance will select the individual with expertise in business on the advice of the St. Kitts Nevis Chamber of Industry and Commerce, while the second person with expertise in financial services will be nominated by the Minister of Finance. A member of the St. Kitts Nevis Bar Association will also be on the management team. The agency, which has been in existence since 2008, was designed through legislation as a gateway for investment into Nevis. It was charged with finding investment, interacting with investors, and bringing the investments to the fore to the benefit of the people of Nevis. The division community should in short time be able to make use of the pier at Wali. This according to Deputy Prime Minister of Nevis, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers. Minister Jeffers, who is heading the project, made the announcement at a sitting of the House of Assembly on Thursday, 15th November 2018.
Upon visiting the contractors in St. Martin, they have given us the assurance that they will be mobilized into Nevis between today, which is the 15th of November, and the 21st of November, which is next Wednesday. So over the next couple of days, we should see some mobilization of that company or the contractors who are Secure Marine, who will be coming back to Nevis to have that pier completed. And I'm saying now at this microphone that they've given the assurance that the pier should be completed by December 15th, and we should have the use of that pier in short order.
That's the Honorable Alexis Jeffers. Work on the taxi pier. The water taxi pier commenced in June of this year. Upon completion, the pier is expected to have a reception and parking area to allow patrons to have an easier point of access and when using the water taxi service. The $6 million project is funded by the Sugar Industry Diversification Fund, the SIDF. Strengthening and rebranding the Citizenship by Investment CBI program in St. Kitts and Nevis in 2016 has led to an increase in applications to the country's CBI program in 2018, solidifying it as #1 worldwide. St. Kitts and Nevis is ranked #1 in the Caribbean for its Citizenship by Investment CBI program in the 2018 Passport Index, released on January 18th by leading international CBI firm Henley & Partners. Additionally, the CEO of the Citizenship by Investment Unit, Les Khan, on Wednesday, November 14th, said that the program has gone through several significant changes, which have generated positive attention over the last couple of years. He added that both the Real Estate and Sustainable Growth Fund investment options continue to improve. Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris launched the Sustainable Growth Fund investment option during a function at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Dubai on April 10, 2018. Under this new arrangement, a single applicant would be required to make a contribution of US $150,000 inclusive of government fees, whereas the contribution for a family of up to 4 will be US $195,000. And Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Timothy Harris, while speaking on behalf of the government and people of St. Kitts and Nevis, welcomed the decision by the Republic of Romania to expand and strengthen its bilateral relationships with the Federation. This commitment was given on Tuesday, November 13th, when Prime Minister Harris received Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Romania to St. Kitts and Nevis, Her Excellency Gentiana Serbu, during a courtesy call at the Prime Minister's office. During their highly productive discussions, Ambassador Serbu reiterated her country's commitment to enhance the different areas of cooperation in which Romania and St. Kitts and Nevis are currently engaged. This includes the Rural Aid Water Project, which saw the Romanian government contributing €30,000 to assist the government of St. Kitts and Nevis and the Water Services Department with the reconstruction of water systems throughout the Federation in the wake of Hurricanes Irma and Maria. The visiting ambassador also pointed to scholarship opportunities that are available to citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. Romania is a country on the western shores of the Black Sea and is north of the Balkan Peninsula. And a young man is currently warded at the Joseph N. France Hospital in a stable condition, nursing a gunshot injury he received on Thursday night, November the 15th. Preliminary investigations so far have revealed that about 7 p.m., 25-year-old Karim Jeffers of Ponds Pasture, also known as Junjun, was riding his bicycle in the New Pond site area when someone fired gunshots at him. He sustained a gunshot injury to his back and ran to the fire station, where he was transported to the J.N. France Hospital by the Emergency Medical Service. The area at New Pond site was searched, and items of evidential value were taken into police custody by members of the crime scene unit who processed the crime. That's the scene. And 2 of 4 men arrested in connection with the home invasion and armed robbery of hotelier John Yarwood have been released without charge pending further investigations. It was reported that on Thursday, November the 8th, 2 armed masked assailants broke into the home of Mr. Yarwood at Jones Estate at around 1:45 a.m. Mr. Yarwood is reported to have been shot in the leg and is reported to have shot the 2 intruders. It is also reported that the intruders made their escape with a quantity of cash and Mr. Yarwood's pickup, which was later found abandoned in the Mount Nevis area. 4 men were subsequently picked up by police as they attempted to board the sea bridge in Kates Bay, Nevis, which was bound for St. Kitts. 2 of the individuals had gunshot injuries and remain hospitalized. And some $30.2 million have been disbursed to 153 applicants under the government's Employee Mortgage Financing Program. On Friday, June the 1st, 2018, the government launched the first tier of the $30 million housing program for government employees to facilitate property ownership in the country and the upgrading of homes up to a maximum of EC $300,000 for single applicant. Beyond this amount, the excess will be negotiated on the Development Bank's applicable terms. According to Prime Minister Harris, 50 of our applicants are fully funded under the program, while 45 are a blend of the government's mortgage program and funds from the Development Bank. Instead of these 99 approved loans, 70 are from St. Kitts and 29 from Nevis. He said another 47 applications totaling about $11 million are being held pending the completion of the turnkey models, which will start soon, and a total of 7 applications are in the advanced stage of processing, totaling $1.3 million. And that's it for the national segment. You could visit our website at www.vonradio.com or check us out on our social media platforms, Von Radio, that's Facebook at Von Radio, or on our YouTube channel. News from the region comes up next.
That's right. It's that time of the year once again where your bank, the Bank of Nevis Limited, is offering very low interest rate on brand new vehicles. But that's not all. We are offering a discounted bill of sale and your insurance payment will be covered. So visit us today or just dial 869-469-5564 and speak to our very experienced lenders. My bank, your bank, our bank, the Bank of Nevis Limited, improving the quality of life. Like us on Facebook.
If you wanna go and take a ride with me, we three willing in the four with the cozy. So why do I live this way? Must be the money.
Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back in news from the region. Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Mottley has underscored the importance of the agricultural sector, describing it as critical to the region. Mottley made the comments after visiting the headquarters of the Caribbean Agricultural Health and Food Safety Agency, that's CAFSA, in Suriname. She had earlier toured the central market with Suriname's President Desi Bouterse as part of a 3-day visit to the CARICOM member state. She expressed the view that the Caribbean must see agriculture in a similar light. Mottley said it was necessary to remove those barriers so people could easily move within the region, similarly to how the Surinamese are able to move from district to district. She stressed that if this was not done, then we will not give full expression to what it is to have a single market and a single economy. As the lead CARICOM head of government on the CSME, the Prime Minister said the structure and board of CAFSA was a reminder of the regional work it did. Mottley added, though, that she did not believe many businesses knew about the outstanding work done by the agency. Out of the Bahamas, Attorney General Carl Bethel said he has forwarded the allegations of an alleged U.S. visa scam in the Bahamas to the Anti-Corruption Unit of the police force. That claim, revealed in an undercover United States Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) operation, was outlined in an affidavit filed in Washington, D.C., by FBI Special Agent Kevin Gunand, that's Gunod. Minister of National Security Marvin Dames said the Commissioner of Police and his team will be briefed by the FBI to obtain full information regarding the matter. Bethel, who was asked about the matter outside cabinet, said, and I quote, "I'm not dealing with issues like that. Those are matters of state and they'll be dealt with through the appropriate channels," end quote. The affidavit reads, in October 2016, the FBI and the Department of State Office of the Inspector General initiated a joint investigation of foreign nationals fraudulently obtaining visitor visas from the United States Embassy in Nassau, the Bahamas. According to Gunnar Edward Israel Saint-Il, a foreign national living in the Bahamas, claimed in conversations with an undercover informant he could help him obtain Bahamian work permits and facilitate the illegal entry of 2 men into the United States. And Cayman Islands Tourism Minister Moses Cook Cornell has suggested that the cruise lines will be financing the development of the proposed cruise pier facility and cargo expansion in the capital, Georgetown, if the project goes ahead, regardless of which of the 3 groups of bidders is selected to undertake the development. During an exchange of parliamentary questions in the Legislative Assembly on Thursday, the minister gave another hint at how this project might be paid for, though he remained vague about the issues surrounding this ever more controversial project. However, he finally agreed to meet the opposition and revealed the information government is using to justify the decision to press on with the proposal. Cornell denied that government was funding any advertisements that implied that signing a port referendum petition was a no vote for the port. And that's it for the regional segment. When we come back, we'll take a look at news from around the world. Welcome back. Internationally, funeral prayers have been said for the murdered Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi in the city of Medina and in the Turkish city of Istanbul, where he was murdered. Mr. Khashoggi's son attended the ceremony in Medina. Mark Lowen reports.
Allahu Akbar.
Under a rainy Istanbul sky, a funeral without a body. Jamal Khashoggi's remains have not been found. Turkish officials believe his body was dissolved in acid after being dismembered in a premeditated murder directed from the highest levels of the Saudi government. Saudi Arabia's prosecutor says rogue officials ordered the dissident journalist to be delivered back to Riyadh, but that when the rendition went wrong, he was killed, and has requested a death sentence for 5 Saudi nationals.
And the number of people missing in Northern California's devastating wildfire has leapt to more than 600, and 7 more bodies have been found, according to local authorities. The missing persons list has doubled since earlier on Thursday. The Camp Fire, the state's deadliest and most destructive blaze, has killed at least 63 people. Nearly 12,000 buildings have been destroyed. 3 more people have also died on the Woolsey fire further south. President Donald Trump will travel to California on Saturday to survey the damage and meet those affected. And rival lawmakers exchanged blows in Sri Lanka's parliament on Thursday as disputed Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa claimed the speaker had no authority to remove him from office by voice vote. The fighting in the chamber came a day after it passed a no-confidence vote against Rajapaksa's government. When parliament reconvened, Speaker Karu Jayasuriya said the country had no government and there was no prime minister. Either Rajapaksa or his rival, whose ousted in late October by the president, started the crisis. Andrew Plant reports.
Mahinda Rajapaksa took control of the Prime Minister's office 2 weeks ago after President Sirisena fell out with the sitting PM. Ranil Wickremesinghe has steadfastly refused to vacate the Prime Minister's official residence ever since. On Friday, ugly scenes in Parliament saw police forming a wall between MPs as they again voted against Mr Rajapaksa forming a new government. In response, Mr Rajapaksa's supporters threw books, chairs and water bottles filled with chili powder.
And for the first time, 2 leaders of Pol Pot's Khmer Rouge regime in Cambodia have been convicted of genocide. His deputy Nuon Chia, 92, and head of state Khieu Samphan, 87, faced trial on charges of exterminating Cham Muslim and ethnic Vietnamese communities. This was the first genocide verdict given by the UN-backed tribunal on Pol Pot's brutal 1975 to 1979 regime. Up to 2 million people, mostly from the Khmer majority, are believed to have died during those 4 years. And that's it for the international segment. When we come back, we take a look at sports.
Hello? Betty? Hi, Joan. I know you're calling to tell me that new arrivals are here at all TDC retail stores, right? Yeah. Well, I couldn't wait. I already went to TDC Home and Building Depot and got my Christmas tree decorations and a new stove. Let's go later because I also need some furniture, electronics, and household items. Then we can go to TDC Automotive and the Business Center. I know there are things there that you need to get.
Don't forget we got to go CDS Nevis too, you know.
Oh, yes. Oh, TDC new arrivals are here.
Welcome back on In Sports. The World Anti-Doping Agency has betrayed clean athletes, according to one of its former investigators. American Jack Robertson, WADA's chief investigator until January 2016, claims the organization's current administration forever tarnished its reputation by lifting Russia's ban after a state-sponsored doping scandal. He also said it had fatally failed in its mission to safeguard the World Anti-Doping Code and criticized President Sir Craig Reedy. Robertson, who has also helped bring down cycling drugs cheat Lance Armstrong, said, and I quote, "The lone bright spot in that WADA's The lone bright spot is that WADA's unwillingness to protect clean sport is now so obvious that clean athletes are being pushed to take up arms, so to speak, and push for change," end quote. WADA said these are old and baseless allegations that we've commented on many times before and are part of an orchestrated, politically motivated campaign against WADA and our president. After a board meeting in Baku, WADA said it would take on a number of new recommendations. They included appointing an independent president and vice president, the formation of new nominations committee, and the formation of an independent ethics board. In some cricket news on the international scene, England captain Joe Root hit a majestic century to put his side in a strong position to win the series against Sri Lanka on day 3 of the second test. Root dominated the spinners, scoring freely to reach his 15th test on and first away from home since replacing Alistair Cook as skipper last year. He fell LBW for 124 to Akila Dhananjaya, who took 6 for 106, but Ben Foakes made 51 not out to take England to 324 for 9 and a lead of 278 runs when bad light stopped play. England led the three-test series 1-0. The summarized scores: England 290 and 324 for 9, Root 124, Burns 59, Foakes 51 not out, Akila 6 for 106, Sri Lanka 336, Russian 85, Karunaratne 63, Litch 3 for 70, Rashid 3 for 75. England lead by 278 runs. And in football, also on the international front, Croatia gained a dramatic late winner to beat Spain in the Nations League, a result which keeps alive England's hope of winning the tournament. It means all three countries can finish top of Group A4, with England taking on Croatia in the last match on Sunday. 2 goals from team Jedvaj, including one in the 93rd minute, gave the World Cup finalists a victory in Zagreb. Andrei Kramaric scored the host opener, with Spain's goal coming from Dani Ceballos and Sergio Ramos. Whoever wins at Wembley will finish top of the group and advance to June's finals to have a chance to become a Nations League champion and also to earn a place at Euro 2020. If Sunday's game ends in a draw, then Spain will finish top. And in some local sports in basketball, in the Malcolm Gishat Basketball League, in a match played on Thursday evening, CG Rebels beat CG Massive 61 points to 57. For CG Rebels, that's Jermaine Jeffers 21, Donford Wilkinson 14, and Jenison Fans 12 points. And for CG Massive, Jason Williams 13 and Calbert Doe 12. On Saturday, the league continues on Saturday evening with CSS taking on Eagles and Brownhill coming up against Old School. And on Sunday, CG Massive will take on Dynasty Ballers and CG Rebels coming up against Eagles. And we go back to some cricket news, this time in women's cricket. Defending champions West Indies beat South Africa by 31 runs to leapfrog England at the top of Group A in the Women's World 2020. Chasing 108, South Africa looked well set on 48 for 1, only to lose their last 9 wickets for 28 runs. Captain Stephanie Taylor took a career best 4 for 12 to help bowl South Africa out for 76. In St. Lucia, Kaisia Knight earlier made a patient 32 as West Indies recovered from 29 for 4 to post 107 for 7. And that's it for sports. The latest in the weather comes up next. And the latest weather, tonight partly cloudy for 30% a low chance of showers. Tomorrow partly cloudy for 30% a low chance of showers. The winds easterly at 12 to 18 knots. The seas 1.8 to 2.4 meters, that swells, or 6 to 8 feet. Small craft advisory remains in effect. The sunrise tomorrow is at 16 minutes past 6 o'clock. And that was the latest weather. Ending the VON's major news package for today, Friday the 16th of November 2018. Before we go, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Nationally, government auxiliary employees to receive holiday pay in December, and new legislation give Nevis' Investment Promotion Agency NEPA greater autonomy. Regionally, the agricultural sector critical to the region, so says Barbados Prime Minister. Internationally, a ceremony held for the murdered Saudi journalist. And in sports, WADA has betrayed clean athletes, and so says the WADA chief investigator. On behalf of the rest of the news team, I am Marcellus Lee wishing you a safe and an enjoyable weekend.